Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to cast Hollywood's epic blockbuster of the 2022 war in Europe. All right, so you know this is coming, right? The model here is going to be Pearl Harbor 2001 with Ben Affleck. Great Hollywood movie of a real life event, right? So I think it's really important that Hollywood produces films that capture what happened in wars, right? I used to not think I used to have a different opinion on this, but I've definitely changed. I think I'm just absolutely shocked at the power of celebrity. I don't think people really get how much television and movies have really changed our world, and really have incredible power, right? And if you think I'm wrong in that movies and shows don't have incredible power, listen to Disney CEO Bob Chapek, who recently said, "I would much rather change people's hearts and minds with the stories I tell in movies and shows than I would by sending out a corporate memo, determining the position of Disney." Right? Like, he gets it, right? Like, we really, like, basically America is not even close. We are the best entertainment country in the world. We do a better job of entertaining the world than all other countries combined. That's not a joke. Like, what's the most famous non-American movie? I think Gerard Depardieu did a movie or two. Like, it's hard to even think, right? Like, what's my favorite Canadian movie? I don't know. Wasn't Brenda Fraser in a Canadian film about Mounties? I don't know. All right, so, like, but if you start listing American movies, like, the other thing is, tell me if I'm wrong about this. I don't think any international movie has ever made $1 billion except an American film. That might have been recently broken by one or two other movies, but you can count the number of movies. You can count the number of movies that have made $1 billion on. There are 49 of them. 49 movies, right? I bet you could count the number of films that are not American that have made $1 billion in box office are either zero, or you can count them on one hand. And they've happened within the last 10 years, right? In America, we've been making $1 billion movies for a long time. So, and the reason why is we shape history for everyone, right? We show it to them. And one of the things that shocked me is, so we're dealing with this 2022 war in Europe, and one of the things that absolutely shocked me is how many refugees speak perfect English, right? Like, and American people really respond when we can understand what, the plight, because we're hearing it in our own language. We should care all the time, but I'm not sure most Americans do, right? So that's one of those things where what should be and what is. So I'm just describing the what is, all right? So let's cast and I think, this could come out in 2023, right? So let's cast the 2023 Hollywood epic, right? Which will capture the story of the 2022 war in Europe, and how President Volodymyr Zelensky one-handedly crushed Vladimir Putin, right? So let's get into it. So, first of all, you got to cast, of course, Volodymyr Zelensky, right? Global hero, right? And so who would you cast, right? And so I think this is super easy. Like, it's Charlie Day, right? I think he was in Pacific Rim. He was fantastic in that. I loved him in that. And he recently did a movie on Amazon, which me and my wife watched for, like, our Valentine's Day film. It's a romantic comedy about people's exes. I can't remember the name of it right now. It was very, very good. It comes with the girl who plays John Ralphio's sister, and she did a lot of voices in Zootopia. You've seen her a million times. Charlie Day was fantastic in it. She was fantastic in it. Clint Eastwood's son is in it. He's good in it. It's really, and America, is it America? Could be America Chavez. No, I forget the other one. It's really good. You should check it out if you get a chance. Oh, and the guy from Good Place is also it's excellent. So Charlie Day is going to crush it as President Volodymyr Zelensky. Perfectly cast. All right, now you're going to need to cast, a one of the brave Ukrainian females who is fighting over there right now. And so you're going to cut between scenes of Volodymyr Zelensky, taking calls from President Biden and saying, "I don't need a ride. I need more ammo." And by the way, that's the name of the first movie. I don't need a ride, right? The second movie in the trilogy will be I Need More Ammo. And the last one will be The Sky is Closed. All right? So it should be a trilogy. All right. So now we're going to need to cast the brave female Ukrainian fighter and the brave male Ukrainian fighter, and we'll cut to them like destroying tanks daily, right? Russian tanks, right? Vladimir Putin's tanks, right? With laws and stingers that have been given to them by the U.S., right? And by the way, the logistics expert from the Pentagon who supplies all the anti-tank missiles and everything and takes calls directly from President Volodymyr Zelensky, that's going to be played, of course, by Jason Bateman. All right? But the female Ukrainian freedom fighter is going to be played by Camilla Mendes. She plays Veronica on Riverdale. She is fantastic. I don't think she's hit her stride yet. I don't think she's been cast in a role that's big enough to capture her magnitude on screen. Fantastic actress. I think she'd be perfect for that role. And then who is the brave Ukrainian soldier who's fighting, to smash Vladimir Putin and his 40-mile convoy of tanks, right? That's going to be Matthias Schweighofer, all right? Who the heck is that? You've seen him, right? First of all, he was in, I think it's Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead with John Batista. And he also was the main lead in the film, what was it called? Army of Thieves, which was a zombie safe-cracking movie. That's not a joke. That is literally a thing, right? It was a zombie movie that featured a lot of safe-cracking. Which is the strongest proof that you can sell anything to Netflix, right? Like, they were like, it's a safe-cracking movie in a zombie setting, and they're like, done, bet, let's do it. Can't make this stuff up, right? Truth has truly become much stranger than fiction, right? So that's going to be Matthias Schweighofer. And then, of course, you are going to need the Global Freedom Fighter Soldier, the new template for what fighting is going to be in the future, right? Fighting for your own, nobody's going to want to sign up for the U.S. military going forward because it's the fastest way to make sure that you don't fight, right? And it's the only way to make sure that you are 100% locked out of global freedom fighting, right? Like, I really feel like recruitment is going to take a massive dip, like after the 2022 war in Europe, because if you're an American and you wanted to help fight, you wanted to help protect America, if you were in the U.S. military, you literally could not do it, and that's a huge problem. And I think a lot of young men and women are going to be like, I think I might want to be able to fight, so maybe I make sure I don't go to the U.S. military, right? Like, it should not be that way. Again, the way the world is, not the way the world you should be, right? Whew. All right. So last, who do we cast as the American freedom fighter? I'll tell you right now. John Boyega, Finn from Star Wars, The Force Awakens, right? And from The Last Jedi and from Rise of Skywalker. He did a fantastic job. And of course from Attack the Block. Boy, that movie was good. And yeah, it was excellent. And I think he'd be perfect. So that is how I would cast Hollywood's 2023 upcoming blockbuster. You know it's coming. The first film will be called I Don't Need a Ride, with Charlie Day as Volodymyr Zelensky. How would you cast it? I'd love to hear your casting below. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.